I FaceTime Mimi, and she picks up on the first ring. "Hey girl," she says. "Hey Mimi," I reply. "We just got off the plane and are on the cruise now. Can you give me a tour?" she asks. "When I've rested, I'm just in my room now," I say. She says goodbye and wishes me good luck on the mission, and then I drift off to sleep. Chapter 77. I put on my black bathing suit. I look in the mirror and see the scar on my thigh when shot in the alleyway. It seems like that incident was a lifetime ago. On my other thigh, you can see the tail of the dragon tattoo that wraps around it and the rest of the body on my waist. I turn around and see the scar from the damage that Blondie caused. I swear I will kill her with my 2 hands if I ever see her again. I grab my towel and phone and go out onto the deck. There's a huge, white, circular couch with pillows, a couple beach chairs, and a huge pool in the middle. I take a picture of it and send it to Mimi. Everyone's sunbathing or in the pool. "Where's Amira?" I ask. "Victoria needed her," Zoya replies. "Alora is on one of the beach chairs, reading her book, and Xuan and Lorenzo are at the bar opposite. I put my phone and towel down on the couch and relax on it. Come join us. Say." Terzo yells at me. "Not a fan of pools," I reply. I lower my cap onto my face, blocking out the sun. A pair of hands grab my arms from behind me, and another grabs my legs and lifts me up. The cap falls off my face, and I see Terzo and Alessandro holding me. "No, please," I exclaim. "Come on, loosen up." Alessandro laughs. They walk over to the side of the pool and start swinging me. "1, CSA says. "Swear to God, Terzo," I yell. "2, Alessandro joins. "Guys, leave her alone," Alora says, pulling down her sunglasses. 3, they both say in sync. They swing me and let me go. I scream and hit the water. The water engulfs me, and I feel the bottom of the pool touch my feet. I try, move my way to the surface, and I start splashing around. I take a deep breath of air, and water enters my mouth. "Hijo de puta," I yell at Terzo. Translation, son of a bitch. Him and Alessandro laugh so much that they look like they're struggling to breathe. I splash my way to the pool's edge and cling onto it for dear life. "You can't swim," Terzo gasps. "No shit," I reply. Next thing I know, Xuan tackles Terzo and they both fall into the water. Zoya rolls her eyes and lays back down. Lorenzo and Alessandro grab Alora and throw her into the pool. Luckily, she put her book down on the seat before she got soaked. She flips them off and they jump in the pool behind her. None of the boys dare to touch Zoya. They're really scared of her. "Let's play chicken," Lorenzo says. "What?" I ask. Xuan grabs me and hoists me onto his shoulders. He grabs onto my calves for support. Terzo does the same thing to Alora. "You guys wrestle until one of you fall into the pool," Alessandro explains. "Oh, it's on," Xuan says. "Let's go," Terzo laughs. 3.2.1, so wrestle. Alessandro yells. Alora and I grab each other's hands and start pushing each other. She pushes me and I nearly lose my balance. I push her back harder, and she falls off Terzo's shoulders, bringing him down with her. "Yes!" I exclaim. "We did it," Xuan says, taking me off his shoulders. I grab onto the side of the pool and push myself out of it. I grab a towel and tie it around my lower waist. I walk over to the bar, and a woman with red hair and bright blue eyes is cleaning the counter. "What can I get you?" she asks. "A tropical martini, please," I reply. "Could I get 3 shots of vodka?" Xuan says. The lady nods and turns around to make our drinks. My leg starts bouncing up and down. "You alright?" Xuan asks. "Yeah," I reply. "Just nervous about the mission." "Everything's gonna be fine," he replies. Xuan slides me my phone from across the counter. The woman places our drinks in front of us. I make sure to thank her before going back to my seat. I take a picture of my drink and send it to Mimi. "Mimi, an X1F90D. That looks amazing. I'm so jealous. Me, wish you were here with us, ex-Mimi. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it, XX. I switch off my phone, and Zoya comes over to sit with me. "How are you?" I ask. "Good," she replies. "What about you?" Keeping myself together, I sigh. "You're doing really well," she says. Amira finally comes out and joins Zoya and I. She's wearing a grey scarf put into a turban, army green cargo pants, and a white turtleneck. "How was your meeting with Victoria?" I ask. "Good. She made me double-check the CCTV for the ballroom and our hotel." Amira explains. Lorenzo walks over to us holding 2 drinks. He hands one to Amira. "It's a piña colada mocktail," he says. I made sure that there was not 1 drop of alcohol in it. "Thanks. That's my favorite," she replies, smiling. He walks away, Zoya gives me a look, and I smirk. "Ooh, thanks, that's my favorite," Zoya mimics. Anything for you, Amira, my love, I say, trying to mimic Lorenzo's deep voice. Get lost. Amira rolls her eyes. Oh, come on. Tell us what's going on between you two, Zoya exclaims. You'd have to be blind to not notice something, Alora adds, joining us. I swear we're not dating, Amira says. Yes, I like him, and yes, I think he likes me too, but if he really does, he knows that he needs to ask me to be his wife. I mean, that's the best way, Zoya shrugs. Ooh, so you would marry him, I gasp. Yeah, but it's complicated and he would have to convert, she adds. And I don't want him to convert for me, but because he loves my religion. It was pretty cute when he was fasting with you, I say. Believe me, Dilia, they always do the cutest things together. Zoya says, before we met you, Amira was in the living room, reciting some Quran, and Lorenzo was watching her in awe. Alora giggles. Then I walked into his room, and he was playing a verse on his laptop and doing research on it. That's adorable, Zoya exclaims. I mean, inshallah, he gets guided to me, and we can get married, and I can have the Muslim family I always dreamed of having, Amira says. But it's all up to Allah. I look at Lorenzo and see that even though he's talking to Terzo, Alessandro, and Xuan, he's not really paying attention to them. He's staring at Amira. I think it's beautiful. He catches me spying on him, staring at Amira, and looks away quickly. I laugh, returning to my conversation. Chapter 78. What about you and Terzo? Amira asks, changing the subject. Nothing, Zoya replies. It didn't look like nothing when you were going on that date with Aiden, I smirk. Zoya stays silent. They haven't really spoken since that argument. Alora answers. Terzo's too stubborn to speak to me and expects me to approach him. Zoya snaps. You're both too fucking stubborn to approach each other, Alora snaps. That's right, Amira adds. Well, what about you and Xuan? Zoya snaps, turning to me. I choke on my passion fruit martini. What? I ask. Oh, don't lie. We all saw him comforting you. Amira laughs. And he chose to play with you at the pool, Alora says, smiling. Believe me, I have no other feelings towards him than platonic ones, I reply. Platonic with a capital P. I quote Robin from Stranger Things. I really like that show. Xuan is an amazing person, but he's not for me. My heart still belongs to Andria, as much as it hurts. I don't think I'll ever be able to get with someone else again. Plus, I think he's trying to win back a certain someone in this group right here. I smack. Alora bows her head and heavily blushes. No way, Amira exclaims. Give us all the details. Zoya says, well, he's been doing acts of service for me because he knows that's my love language. Alora explains, buying me flowers, making me breakfast, getting me anything I need. As if Xuan knew we were talking about him. He walks over to Alora holding a plate with a slice of cheesecake on it and a mango mocktail. I remembered that this type of cheesecake was your favourite, he says, placing it down and rubbing the back of his neck. And I also know you don't like getting drunk any time before 8:00 p.m, so I got you a mocktail. Alora pretends this does not affect her and gives him a small smile. Thank you, she replies. He walks off and Alessandro claps his back. Oh, he is definitely into you, I say. Oh, that's so cute, Zoya exclaims. When is the wedding? Amira smirks. Guys, slow down. He hasn't won me back yet. Alora laughs, eating a slice of her cake. I drink more of my martini and suddenly have an amazing idea. Zoya, stay here, I say. Alora, Amira, follow me. I get up and they follow me and we walk over to the boys. Luckily, Terzo is at the bar, so he won't hear this conversation. Guys, we need to disappear for about half an hour, I say. Why? Alessandro asks. So Zoya and Terzo can be alone out here and talk to each other, I explain. Won't they walk back to their rooms? Alora asks. We'll lock every exit there is, Amira says. That way, there's no excuses for them not to speak to each other, I say. Let's do it, Xuan says. We all run to the door that leads to the inside of the cruise and lock it. Zoya and Terzo catch us and they bang on the door. Come on, guys, she exclaims. You both are not coming in until you make up, I say. This is so stupid, Terzo yells. Have fun, Alora laughs. I will break down this goddamn door, Zoya snaps. You guys can't ignore each other forever, Xuan says. It's not healthy, I add. We lock the door and go to watch by the windows. Zoya gives up banging on the door and goes to sit back down. What if they don't talk to each other? Alora asks. Terzo can't go more than 10 minutes without annoying someone. Alessandro replies. Fair enough, I reply. Half an hour passes before Terzo approaches Zoya. He tries to speak to her and she ignores him, causing him to throw her over his shoulder and walk to the pool. They are so stubborn, Amira says. We watch eagerly as he tries to drop her in, but she pulls him in. I swear to God, these boys are obsessed with pushing girls into pools. Some is arguing, and Terzo pulls her under so she can stop shouting at him. None of you, Giovannis, can ever apologize properly. I laugh. Andria threw paint on me, and now Terzo's trying to drown her. But it always ends with the girl being happy. Lorenzo replies. If you ever argue with Mimi and try to drown her or throw paint on her, I'll kill you. I say, turning to Alessandro. Don't worry, I have to be more unique. Alessandro replies, causing me to slap the back of his head. Questa ragazza fa paura, he mutters, moving away from me. Translation. This girl is scary. I look back at the pool and see Zoya and Terzo hugging. Oh wow, that was quick. Told you guys it would work? I smile. Only took half an hour. Zoya getting drowned, Terzo nearly getting beaten up and then nearly breaking down the door, Xuan says sarcastically. Still worked, Alora replies. We unlock the door and go out to join them by the pool. Amira rolls up her trousers and dips her feet into the pool, and I join her. I don't want to get back in there anytime soon. Dilia, you're really strong, she says, turning to me. Thank you, I really do try, I reply, resting my head on her shoulder. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. She laughs. I smile up at her. I don't think anyone could help me. I just have to be strong enough to get through it alone. No one will be able to fill the hole left in my heart, take away how I randomly smell his scent or the way I miss his warmth. I swallow the lump in my throat. I'll be fine. I always am. Chapter 79. Dilia. A deep voice whispers from behind me. I don't know why I'm walking down a pitch black corridor, and I don't know how I got here. I keep on going down it, and it seems never ending. Dilia, the voice whispers again behind my left ear. It sends shivers down my spine. The voice sounds so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Dilia, it yells, pushing me from behind. I fall to the ground and turn around. There he stands in front of me, his rotting corpse standing upright. Half his face melting, those scars on his chest, the bullet hole in the middle on his forehead, and those grey eyes. He holds a gun up my forehead. You're going to end the same way I did, he snarls. They're coming for you. He pulls the trigger and the gunshot fades. I wake up screaming and my phone ringing. I'm in my bed and I'm sweating so much. My throat hurts from screaming so much. I look around for my phone and find it under my pillow. Mum flashes across the screen. I haven't spoken to her since she was at my house nearly 2 months ago. I wipe my eyes and answer my phone. Hello, I ask. Dilia Carino, she says. Translation, sweetie. What do you want, Mum? I ask. I need a little favour, she slurs. Do you want me to call Antonio? I ask. No, we broke up, she explains. Could you please pay for my hotel? I left my cards in his car. Do you not have Apple Pay? You know I don't trust that stuff, she replies. I roll my eyes and sigh. What can I do? At the end of the day, she's still my mother. I'm done doing shit for you. Eres un adulto, deberías poder cuidarte a ti mismo, and not leave me to do everything for you. I snap. Translation, you are an adult, you should be able to take care of yourself. Esa no es manera de hablarme, she slurs. Translation, that's no way to talk to me. I'll pay for your room and then I'm done. You're on your own from now. I end the call before she can reply and pay for her room. I throw my phone across the bed and burst into silent tears. All I remember from that nightmare was Andria's grey eyes, those piercing grey eyes, the ones I missed so much. I'm not hyperventilating, I'm not screaming, I'm just letting my emotions out. I need some fresh air. I grab one of the black fleeces I took from Andria's wardrobe and put it over my sports bra and pair of shorts. I walk out of my room and walk to the open deck. It's at the top so I get a good view of everything and it's so quiet up here. I lean against the railing, take a deep breath and soak up all the fresh, cold night air. Can't sleep? A voice asks. I turn around and see Alessandro walking towards me. Nope, I reply. Same, he says. What's keeping you up? I ask as he joins me by the railings. The ocean crashes underneath us. Not a fan of sleep, he says, just like his brother. What about you? He asks. Nightmares, I reply. Want to talk about it? I saw Andria's dead body and he was going to shoot me. I explain. He said something like, you're going to end up like me. They're coming for you. Damn, he mutters. That's fucked up. I'm not surprised. I haven't been able to sleep well for a while. I reply, rubbing my forehead. You know, you and I haven't had a proper conversation about this, Alessandro says. He sits down and pats the wooden floor in front of him. I join him on the floor. I don't do this sentimental shit, so let me get straight to the point, he says. I laugh. I'm happy that Andria picked you out of any other girl at that school. He clears his throat. I see you as a sister to me, and you're a part of my family. That's so cute. What I'm trying to say is that I know Andria passing has affected you negatively. Still, I will be here to protect you for him, he adds. As your older brother. Shut up. You're only 2 years older than me. I roll my eyes. Still older, he smirks. Lorenzo, Terzo, Xuan, and I will always be here to beat up any motherfucker who even looks at you in a way you don't like. Wow, so touching. I laugh. I'm serious, he snaps. I'm happy Mimi fell in love with you, I say. She's in love with me, he smirks. That definitely inflated your ego, I say. Oh, it did. Alessandro replies. Thanks for cheering me up, I say, fiddling with the sleeves of my fleece. No worries, he replies, standing up. He extends his arm and helps me up. Sorry for nearly stabbing you when you ruined my date, I say. It was an asshole move, he replies. It's good that you're self-aware. I laugh. I will push you into this pool, he says, and then mine and Andrea's ghost will haunt you. I roll my eyes. He picks me up and hovers me over the railing. If I fall straight into the deep pool. No! I scream, clinging onto his shirt. Please. I was joking. Let's test out that theory, he laughs, leaning over the edge even more. Alessandro, I'm going to kill you. I yell. That's not helping your case, he says. Alessandro, please, I beg. He sighs and pulls me over the ledge. Pendejo. Thank you so much, I gasp. That wasn't funny. Yes, it was. He's cut off when I push him over the ledge and he falls into the pool. I lean my head over, looking down at him. Fuck you. He yells at me. No hard feelings. I laugh. I leave him splashing around in the pool, yelling after me as I return to my room. Chapter 80. Someone knocks on the door of my room. Come in, I mutter, rubbing my eyes. Time for breakfast, Alora says. I'll be there in 10, I reply. I get up and walk into the linked bathroom to my room. I splash my face with cold water and brush my teeth. I put on a pair of sweatpants and a grey tank top. I grab a claw clip and clip my hair away from my face. I look in the mirror. I look a bit dead. I guess that nightmare took a lot out of me. I pinch my cheeks to get some colour into them and go to breakfast. I walk into the huge dining room and see that there's a hug buffet to the side and you can help yourself. A buffet for 9 people. Damn! I grab a plate and put some scrambled eggs, sausages, and 2 pieces of toast. I walk past Alessandro and see he's on FaceTime with Mimi. Terzo's stuffing his face at the end of the buffet. That's like your 4th refill, Xuan says. Xuan says, this shit's free, I need to make the most of it. He says through a mouthful of cereal. Good morning, I say to Mimi through Alessandro's phone. Morning, Dilia, she replies. Your friend here drowned me yesterday, Alessandro snaps. In my defense, you were holding me over a railing. I reply. It was either you or me. Pazza? He mutters. Translation. Crazy. My heart stops for a second and the plate in my hands falls to the ground with a big crash. Calm down, Pazza. My ragazza mata. Translation. Crazy girl. Dilia, are you okay? Xuan asks, rushing to my side. I'll call you back, Alessandro says, ending the call on Mimi. Zoya calls for a maid to help clean up the mess. I'm so sorry, it completely slipped my mind, Alessandro apologizes. What happened? Alora asks. Only Andria called her that, Amira explains. I wipe my eyes with my hand and snap out of whatever trance I was in. I'm sorry for the miss, I say. I'm fine, no need to worry. Honestly, I don't know why I froze up like that. Xuan helps me sit at the table and a waitress comes over to me. Could I just have a bottle of tequila, please? I say. She nods and appears not more than 5 minutes later with the bottle and a shot glass. Thank you, I say. She nods and walks away. Don't drink on an empty stomach, Lorenzo says, pushing a plate with a croissant towards me. I take a bite and have to force it down. I take the glass, fill it up, and take a shot of tequila. Why is this happening? It's been nearly 6 weeks since Andria passed. I'm so sorry, I wasn't thinking. Alessandro gushes. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Don't worry, I'm fine, I reply, smiling at him. Xuan finally sits next to Alora, and I take a couple more shots before Zoya takes the bottle from my hand, giving me a sympathetic smile. Amira puts an iced coffee in front of me instead. Thank you, I say quietly. What's everyone's plan for today? Terzo asks, breaking the silence. I thought we could all check out the arcade, Lorenzo says. There's an arcade? I ask, clearing my throat. Everyone looks at me. The expression of their faces makes it look like they think I'm going to break any second now. But yeah, Alora replies, is the best. Let's go, I reply. We all get up and I take my iced coffee with me. We all make our way upstairs and down a corridor. We enter the arcade and it's huge. There's a couple Mario Kart games, a couple motorbike racing games with actual motorbikes on them, a claw machine and a pinball machine. There's also 3 of those step dance games. No one can beat me at Mario Kart, Terzo exclaims, running to one of the games. Oh, it's on, I reply. I played a lot of Mario Kart in my spare time. I put my iced coffee on a counter and go to one of the games. I'm a pro, Terzo smirks. Sure, I roll my eyes. We start the game and I choose Yoshi as my racer. I look over and see that Terzo's chosen Princess Peach. He sees me looking and smiles. Equality, he says. Okay, I reply. We start racing each other and I'm effortlessly turning right and left. I'm getting a lot of power-ups in those mystery boxes. Beat his ass, Alessandro cheers. You can do it, Dilia, Zoya exclaims. Babe, you're supposed to be on my side. He says, yeah, you're going to lose. She rolls her eyes. I smirk, my plan worked. He's calling her babe now. $25, the Dilia's going to lose, Lorenzo says. Bet, Amira replies. Wow, Lorenzo. Thanks for believing in me. I roll my eyes. No hard feelings, he shrugs. I see the finish line coming up. Eat my dust. Terzo, I say. I step on the gas and zoom to the finish line. Won first place. Flashes across my screen. Yes, I exclaim. This game is rigged. He mutters. I laugh and he shakes my hand in defeat. Lorenzo gives Amira her money and she smiles at him. I look around and see that Xuan and Alora aren't with us. They probably went to Vittoria. I sit on the motorcycle of one of the video games and Alessandro goes on the blue one next to me. Want a race? He asks. Let's do this, I say. We start the game and race. I get surprised when the motorcycle starts moving underneath me. I end up losing the race and Alessandro seems like he won't stop rubbing it in my face. I quickly leave and make my way to the bathroom. I open it and immediately regret doing so. I get a shirt thrown at my face. So sorry. I'm so sorry, I exclaim, covering my eyes with it. Alora and Xuan. Nope, they're definitely not with Vittoria. Guys, you could have locked the door, I mutter. Oh god, I need to use bleach on my eyes. I look down at the shirt and see it's Alora's purple lace one. Good for them, I laugh to myself. Chapter 81. Why does Vittoria need us? Xuan asks. We need to go over the plan since we have 2 days left until the ball. Amira explains. We need to check into the hotel tonight. We've been over it so many times, I sigh. I don't think you should argue. Vittoria's in a bad mood, Alessandro says. Of course she is. Great. Terzo rolls his eyes. We walk into a big meeting room with a circular table in the middle and chairs around it. Vittoria is sitting with a laptop in front of her, Alora to her left, and Zoya on her right. Sit, she commands. Damn, someone's snappy. We all sit down and I help myself to a glass of red wine, earning a glare from Vittoria. It's not my fault you don't have tequila in the room. We're here to make sure our plan is foolproof and that we know it off by heart, she says. We have identified the easiest ways to exit the perimeter if we get split up or something terrible happens, Alora explains. A plan of the ballroom comes onto the screen, and as Alora moves her head, some hickeys are exposed by her hair. The east and south sides are the safest ways to escape, leading to an alleyway. Amira explains. If we get split up for whatever reason and you feel like you're being followed, don't return to the hotel. Zoya says. Make your way to the safe house. But the closest safe house is in Venice. Alessandro says, by the end of the night or the next morning, we should all be at the safe house. Vittoria says, no excuses. What about our stuff? I ask. That'll be the least of your worries. She replies, her eyes lingering on me for a minute too long. But I don't know the way to the safe house. I reply, then don't get split up. She says. I take a drink of wine, ignoring her stare. If we want our plan to be foolproof, we should do something about Cristianto knowing my identity, I say. I already told you, Vittoria snaps. Under no circumstances shall you take off your mask. The man isn't stupid, I say. What makes you think he'll pass over a valuable USB to anyone? Do a little flirting and you'll be fine. Andria was stupid enough to fall for your act. She snaps. Excuse me? I say, putting down my glass. Your act. You heard me. She looks back at her computer. Take his name out of your filthy mouth. I snarl. I take my knife out from my waistband and throw it at her. It immediately hits her shoulder and stays there. She grunts in pain. Everyone stares at me in shock. Can we get a medic in here? Alora yells at one of the bodyguards. You little, Vittoria says, taking out the knife. Never use his name in vain again. I snarl. Oh, Lord help me, I will kill you with my bare hands. She cocks her gun and points it at me across the table. Let's see if you're bluffing, she says. I hoist Terzo up beside me and take his gun from his waistband. I cock it and point it straight at Vittoria, my arm not wavering. I think that's enough for today, Amira says, standing up. We're done here. Lorenzo takes the gun out of my grip and leads me outside of the room. I swear to God that bitch is looking for me, I snarl. Dilia, you need to calm down, he says. Did you not hear the way she spoke about him? I say, exasperated. We all heard, but there's nothing we can do, he replies. Lorenzo, that's her son, and she doesn't feel remorse about this situation, I say tearfully. Lorenzo pulls me into a hug and I cry into his chest. He rubs my back soothingly. I'm so tired, Lorenzo, I cry. I'm drained. I know, he mutters soothingly. We slump to the floor together, and I silently cry into his chest. You're going to be fine. You're going to get through this, he says. I just know it. We sit on the floor until I can finally collect myself together. Do you want to go to the pool? He asks. I nod, wiping my eyes. Fresh air will be good for me, I reply. We start walking to the open deck, and I sit on the white couch, the sun warming me up. Do you guys want to play Twister? Xuan asks, following us. We're in if you are. He gives me a hopeful smile. I guess he wants the awkwardness to leave after what happened. I look at Lorenzo and he shrugs, waiting for my response. But yeah, why not? I reply. Just because I'm upset doesn't mean I should rain on everyone's fun. You and Vittoria need to learn to be in a room without nearly killing one another. Xuan sighs. I'm not apologizing. She deserved it. I snap. Of course, he mutters. We follow him to the living room where the mat is already laid on the floor. Right leg blue, Amira says. Everyone copies what she says. Left hand yellow, she says. I have to put my arm behind me and Terzo has to lean over me. Left foot green. I stretch my leg out and it touches green. Terzo, move your ass out of my face. Alessandro grumbles. Clearly I can't move, he snaps. Right hand red. My arm goes underneath Lorenzo's arched body and gets out on red. Left foot red. Terzo, move before I push you off me. I laugh. I'm trying, bear with me, he mutters. Xuan collapses while trying to move, bringing Zoya down with him. Not fair, Zoya mutters. Terzo, Lorenzo, Alessandro, Alora and I are all left. Right hand yellow. I have to lean half my body over Alessandro's and lean on him for support. He glares at me and I smirk. He purposely moves his body, making my arm slip and I fall straight onto my face. Everyone bursts out laughing and I join them. Chiquita, I say. Payback, he smirks. I roll my eyes at him in annoyance. Chapter 82. Terzo helps me put my luggage in the car's boot, on top of everyone else's. I'm still in my pajamas since I decided to sleep during the journey to Milan. I can't be asked to change into some proper clothes. I look back at the cruise. It's been fun, but now things get serious. I get in the back with Zoya and Alora. Lorenzo's driving with Amira next to him. We follow the black Range Rover that Vittoria is in, leading us to the hotel room. Who am I sharing a room with? I ask. Vittoria's rented out the whole 5th floor of the hotel, Zoya explains. We all get a suite each. That's amazing. Significantly, it's the same hotel that the leader of the demons will be at, the one you need to assassinate. Amira explains. It's convenient for us, and it's right opposite the ballroom. It's a win-win, Alora says. Are there going to be people to help me? I ask. Yeah, if you take too long, a bunch of people from the Mafia will come get you. Alora replies. We're not going to let anything happen to you, Zoya says. I'll promise you that. We drive in silence for a while after that, until Lorenzo decides to turn the volume up on the radio. Taki Taki by DJ Snake, Cardi B, and Selena Gomez comes on the radio. Cardi B starts rapping, and I join her. If the text ain't freaky, I don't want to read it, I say. And just to let you know, this Punani is undefeated. He said he really want to see me more. Zoya continues. I said we should have a date. Where? At the Lamborghini store. I'm kind of scary, hard to read. I'm like a Ouija board. Amira raps. But I'm a boss bitch. Who you gonna leave me for? You hoes got no class. You bitches is broke still, I rap. I'll be taking cash while popping my go frill. I'm a hoe rich bitch and I work like I'm broke still. Alora continues. But they love me so fake but hate me so real. We all say in sync. I start rapping the Spanish bit, with Lorenzo, Amira, Alora and Zoya hyping me up. It takes half an hour more for us to find the hotel. We get to park in the private area. There are a bunch of bodyguards who escort us in. Head to your suites, I'll book us in, Victoria says, coming out of her car. We walk to the counter and the man hands us our room keys. The bodyguards take our suitcases and follow us to the 5th floor. The elevator is huge and had white marble flooring with gold bits. It also has a nice big mirror in it. The elevator dings, letting us know that we've reached our floor. I look down at my keycard and see the number 35. Could I have my suitcase? I ask on, of the bodyguards. Yes, ma'am, he replies. He hands me both my suitcases and I nod my head in thanks. I unlock my room and walk in, closing the door behind me and putting my suitcases down. There's a double bed with velvet sheets in the middle. The walls and ground have tiles all over them. The window is huge and leads out to a balcony. The bathroom is medium-sized with a big circular mirror. My phone rings. Hello, I reply, answering it. Victoria wants us downstairs now, Zoya says. I'll be right there, I reply. She ends the call and I make my way downstairs. Victoria has us in this spare room that the hotel gave us. It has a long table but no chairs, so we all have to stand up. There are cases filled with different types of guns, knives and other weapons. Entering the ball, there will be security checks, Victoria explains. But don't be fooled, at least everyone would have snuck in a weapon. We need the weapons that can go undetected or hidden, Amira explains. A bodyguard walks up to me, holding a red box and opening it. As you can see, it looks like a beautiful hairpiece, Amira says. But it's truly a poisonous dart. That is what you shall use to kill the leader of the demons. See, Victoria says. Take the USB from the leader of the ravens and kill the leader of the demons. Great. It will be disguised in your hair, and if you get stopped, it will only look like a hairpin, Amira continues. They won't suspect a thing? What about the guns? Terzo asks. Luckily, we managed to get an inside man who works for head of security, Victoria says. You all remember Jake? Oh yeah, the blonde bodyguard with half his head shaved. We all nod our heads. We managed to make him head of security, and he'll be able to help us with the guns and knives, she says. The bodyguard in front of me hands me the box. This is getting real. Tomorrow night is when things either go greatly or terribly wrong. Zoya, I want you to apply Dilia's tattoo to her when you go upstairs, Victoria says. Yes, boss, Zoya replies. All of you can go, except Alessandro, Alora, and Amira. We all exit the room and Zoya follows me back to my suite. Let me have a shower first, and then we can do the tattoo, I explain. I need to freshen up too. Give me a ring when you're done, she says. She leaves my room, and I get the shower ready. Chapter 83. I finally wash off the remainders of the soap on my body, grab a fluffy white towel and wrap it around my body. I get a smaller one and start drying my hair. I step out of the bathroom and stop in my tracks. Someone is standing in front of my window. The man in black. Cristiano? I ask, my voice shaking. I pick up my knife from my bed, walking towards them. They turn around and I'm immediately drawn to their icy blue eyes. It's not Cristiano. What do you want? I snap. I see they're holding a single dark purple, almost black rose. They outstretch their arm and hand it to me. I see that there's a note attached to it. I carefully walk towards the man in black, not putting down my knife, and take the note off him. I look down and open it up. Good luck, Didi. When I look up again, the man's gone. My window is open and the cold air is moving the curtains. I run to the balcony and look down. There's no way someone could jump down and survive. I close my window and close the curtains. I get changed and hear a knock at my door. I open it up and see Zoya holding a black bag, smiling at me. Are you ready? She asks, walking in. Yeah, I reply, closing the door and looking back at my window. Are you all right? You seem a bit shaken, she asks. I'm fine, I say. I see that I left the note on my desk and quickly pocket it. Okay, just lay on your stomach and I'll get started, she says. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. I take off my shirt and lay on my stomach for her so my back is exposed. This tattoo should last at least a month if you take care of it, Zoya explains. But just mix bicarbonate of soda with some vinegar and it'll be gone in no time. Thank you so much, Zoya, I say. No worries, she says. She dampens my upper back with a cloth, and then I feel her place a sheet on it, which I guess is the tattoo. Why did he randomly give me a note? Who's Didi? Dilia, hello. Zoya waves a hand in my face. You completely zoned out. Oh, sorry, I reply. What were you saying? Your tattoo is ready. You can sit up now, she says. Just let it dry for a bit. I nod in reply, fiddling with my shirt. Are you sure you're okay? She asks. I sigh, take the note out of my pocket and hand it to her. It came with that rose, I say, pointing to the desk. So you have a secret admirer? What's the big deal? She asks, smiling. The man in black gave it to me, I reply. He was in this room. He knows we're in Italy, which means the ravens could know too. That smile immediately drops from her face. We need to tell Vittoria, now. She grabs my arm and I quickly put my shirt on. We go down the corridor and she knocks on Terzo's door. He opens it up. What's going on? He asks. Grab everyone and meet us in that room we were in earlier, Zoya explains. It's important. Vittoria is currently standing at the end of the table with the note on the table in front of her. After moments of silence, she finally speaks up. How do we know you didn't write this? She asks, looking up. What? I blurt. Why would I be here wasting everyone's time when we could sleep, getting ready for tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe ask yourself that question. She replies. Look, you clearly don't like me. I start. Glad you picked that up, she says. But I do not know who that came from or why they gave it to me. Lorenzo puts a hand on my arm and I shrug him off. All I know is that the ravens know we're here. Was it Cristianto who gave this note to you? She asks. No, I reply. And why would they risk sending 2 men after you? She asks. Believe me, Dilia, you're not as popular as you think you might be. I helplessly look around the room. Xuan steps forward. Maybe we should change our plan, just in case. He says. You stay out of this, Vittoria snaps at him. He steps back and leans his head. How do you think they got a hold of that information? She asks me. My Mafia is one of the most secure in the entire world. There must be a rat in your amazing Mafia, I reply calmly. With you wanting us to change our plans last minute, suddenly coming up with this mysterious man in black, could I say that you're the rat? She says. We both know that you don't think I'm the rat. I snarl. Otherwise, you wouldn't have planned for me to be the one to take the USB. Vittoria and I stare at each other, neither of us backing down. Everyone's silent, watching to see something unfold. Our plan will go on as normal. This note means nothing. Vittoria says, not looking away from me. You all can leave. Alessandro pulls my arm and leads me outside of the room. Dilia, for your own sake, you need to put your head down and do as she says. Alessandro warns. How could you bear to have her as your mother? I reply. I can't change that, he says. But Dilia, please, keep your head down. I remove my arm from his grip and go back to my room. I throw the rose in the bin and change into my pajamas. Tomorrow's the mission, and we must be extremely careful about this. We're literally walking into a field of landmines, and I'm scared that this will all blow up in our faces. Chapter 84. I slowly regain consciousness, and it all comes back to me. I try to move, but realize that I'm chained to a chair. The room is completely dark. My entire body is aching and bleeding. Well, look what we have here, a voice says. A couple of lamps switch on, but it doesn't help brighten up wherever I am. A tall, dark man with brown eyes and cornrows stands before me. I try to speak, but I have a gag in my mouth. Well, Andrea, you did make a lot of problems when escaping, he says. Killing a random guy who looked a little like you and sending the body back to your family. I mean, honestly, how low can you get? A man from behind me pulls down my gag. Where am I? I spit. I mean, honestly, they had a whole funeral for you. He laughs dryly. Your little girlfriend made quite the scene when she saw your body. What did you do to her? I snarl. I swear if you lay a finger on her. He moves his finger, cutting me off. You're in no place to be making threats. Is she safe? I ask. She's perfectly fine in Milan right now, he says. You see, we've been keeping an eye on her. He crouches down to me. What does he mean by that? What does he want with her? So many questions run through my head. How did you find me? I ask. That little place you were staying at ratted you out. He smirks. You see, everyone in a 50-mile radius from here would rat you out. You never had a chance of escaping. That little motel keeper told them I was staying there. What do you want from me? I ask. Leave Dilia alone, he replies, picking up a knife from the table. What? I ask. You heard me, he says. No, I reply. Pity, he says. He grabs my hand and puts the end of the knife underneath one of my nails. He digs it deeper and I grunt in pain. My nail pops off and blood gushes down my finger. How about now? He asks. Go kill yourself. I spit. He grabs another of my fingers and repeats what he just did. I bite down on my tongue, making sure I don't let myself make a sound. I won't let him have the pleasure of knowing I'm in pain. This is clearly not getting us anywhere, the bodyguard says. The man in front of me puts down the knife and picks up a remote control. What if we told you that Dilia has moved on? He asks. I mean, after all, you are dead. He presses a button on the remote and a screen turns on. Images of Dilia hugging Xuan, spending time alone, and shopping for baby clothes with him come onto the screen. He's comforting her, making her laugh and cheering her up. No, I whisper. What about this? He asks. More pictures come on the screen of a football tournament. Dilia's asleep with her head on Kai's lap, and he's stroking her arm. Aiden moves and drapes a jacket over her. She's smiling and laughing. God, I've missed her laugh. And you might want to see this, he says. He puts on a video of Raphael and Dilia in the park. They're on a bench together, and he's leaning in closer and closer. I think you understand what I mean now, he says, turning off the screen. How can you blame her? No note, no text, no sign of your survival. I hang my head. She's moved on. She's happy. So back to what I said earlier. We will let you go unscathed, but you must leave Dilia alone, the man says. He walks towards me and lifts my head up. Well, we'll let you out a little unscathed, he laughs. Fine, I reply. I'll do it. Forgive me, pazza. Perfect. He beckons for the bodyguard, who takes away my chains. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? I see the gun in his pocket. I need that gun. I walk past him and he puts a hand out, stopping me. Don't try anything, because we'll find out, he says. I look him straight and take the gun from his pocket. I grab him from the collar of his shirt and pull him in front of me. The bodyguard raises his gun, ready to shoot. I place the gun to this man's temple. Drop your weapon, or this asshole is gone. I snarl. He listens to me and throws his gun down. I immediately shoot him, then hit this man in his nerve spot next to his neck, knocking him out. I grab more guns off the table and search the dark room. I feel a doorknob and try to open the door. It's locked. I run back to the unconscious man and check his pockets. He has a single key, which must lead out of here. I unlock the door and run out. There's a single silver Toyota Camry parked outside. I wasn't at their base. This is a random abandoned facility. I get into the car, but the keys aren't in it. Thank God Alessandro taught me how to hotwire a car. The car starts and I start driving it. I need to get to Milan. I need to speak to Vittoria. She can help me. I need to be able to at least look at Dilia one more time. I don't know what their reactions are going to be, but I hope Vittoria helps me. I'm going to catch a flight to Milan tonight. Chapter 85. Dilia's POV. Could you zip up my dress, please? I say to Amira. Yeah, of course, she replies. She zips me up and I apply some mascara to my eyes. Alora comes to me, holding the red box. She carefully puts the pin in front of my bun. It matches my dress amazingly. She turns around and hands me a gold mask with blue glitter. She ties it to my face and I turn around to her. You look beautiful, she says. Thank you, I reply. Zoya puts on her heels and we make our way downstairs. Everyone's waiting for us in the lobby. Here are your earpieces, Amira says. She opens up a smaller case. This one's yours. She hands me a golden one that looks like ear jewelry, with butterflies that twist along my ear. It's perfectly disguised. She hands out the rest and I put mine in. If any of you need help, you speak into the earpiece, Vittoria says. Now let's go. Time for action, Terzo says. He, Lorenzo and Alora are dressed like waiters, wearing red suits and black gloves. Alessandro and Xuan are dressed in black suits and look like rich guests. Xuan lightly squeezes my arm. You're going to do amazingly, he whispers. I'll be right around the corner if you need me. Thank you, Xuan, I reply, turning to smile at him. I need all the support I can get. We all walk out of the hotel and make our way across the street to the ballroom. This is getting really real, really quickly. We make sure to leave space in between each other before walking in. The place is filled with security. There's a single, long, red carpet and a walk-through metal detector. A couple walk in before me, and they're free to go. I make eye contact with Jake and quickly look away. I walk through the metal detector and it starts beeping loudly. I try not to cringe at the sound and walk with my head high. One of the security men pulls me over to the side and gets out the metal detector wand. He puts it over my face and it beeps. Metal hairpins, I reply. And these earrings are authentic gold. I make sure to add a tone of annoyance when I speak. He keeps on going down my body when it beeps at my chest. He glares at me. I suck in a breath and feel the blade of my dagger against my ribs. Why you look at me like that? I snap. Have you never heard of a wired bra, honestly? He goes even lower and it beeps by my thighs. Surely you're not expecting this fine lady to lift up her skirt so you can check her, a voice says. I don't have to turn around to know it's Xuan speaking. Thank God. This will take ages if you make every woman strip her jewelry and skirts. Another voice says. The man sighs and lets me through. I let out a breath. I walk through the huge oak doors and I'm taken aback by how many people are here. Some of the most dangerous people to walk this earth. Stern faces. People. It's showtime. Vittoria says through the earpiece, I've been dancing with so much men and I still haven't recognized Cristianto yet. I should have at least bumped into him once by now, even by accident. This man I'm dancing with now keeps bragging about how much money he has, and it's boring me. I keep a smile on my face, dancing with him and speaking when appropriate. We change partners again, and I fall into some strong arms. A strong scent hits me. This perfume, I've smelt it before, but only once. I look up and see dark brown eyes staring at me. It's Cristianto. Bingo! So you're the mysterious demon's messenger, he says. I nod my head, making sure not to speak. I don't think I've seen you before, he continues. Come on, Dilia think. I've been kept hidden, I say, putting on a thick French accent. I'm Zane's most valuable asset. Well, maybe we can drink and I'll give you the package and then you'll dance with me some more, he asks. I would enjoy that very much, sir, I reply, keeping the accent. His eyes linger on mine and I give him a sweet smile, batting my eyelashes. He holds my hand and we walk over to a waiter. They turn around and I thank God that it's Lorenzo. He holds out the tray of wine towards us and Cristianto picks out two. Lorenzo ensures not to keep his eyes on me for too long. To a new, dangerous alliance. Cristianto says, raising his glass. A dangerous alliance, I reply. We clink our glasses together. I stroke his arm while taking a drink, making him wrap it around my waist and rest his hand on my hip. The action makes me cringe internally, but I smile and make it look like I'm admiring him. Cristianto takes something out of his pocket and places it in my hand, tightening my fingers around it. Make sure it gets to the owner safely, he says. He kneels down and kisses my hand. He then turns it over and kisses my palm. I have to fight the urge to snatch my hand away. You can trust me, I smile. I look down at the USB. Perfect. What's going on, Mum? Alessandro asks. Why are you out here alone? He's speaking into the earpiece, but he's forgotten to mute himself. Nothing. Leave me alone. Vittoria snaps. I guess she also hasn't muted herself. You don't look oak, you look pale, as if you've just seen a ghost, Alessandro says. A moment of silence passes before she speaks again. Alessandro, he's alive, Vittoria mutters. Who's alive? He asks. The song changes, meaning for us to change partners. I'll meet you again later, little butterfly, Cristianto says. I think I just vomited inside of my mouth. It's been a pleasure, I reply. Your brother, Vittoria replies. Andria's alive and he's here right now. My heart drops. Lorenzo immediately looks at me, but his face betrays nothing. That's impossible. That's impossible, Alessandro says. Cristianto spins me out and two strong hands grab me. I look up and immediately notice these beautiful grey eyes through a silver mask. Chapter 86. How do you know he's alive? Alessandro asks. I continue dancing with this new man, not paying the slightest bit of attention to him. He contacted me, Vittoria replies. This can't be true. It's impossible. I saw his body. Twice. They don't say anything into the earpiece until Xuan speaks. You have to be fucking with us, he says. Shit, we're not muted. She says before I hear some static, she's muted herself. I look behind, the tall man, and see Zoya and Alora talking to each other. I need to go to them. I've enjoyed this. Dance, I say to the man, but I'm going to take a break. How about I get you a drink? He asks. His voice sends shivers down my spine. No thank you, I reply. I try to move away, but he puts his hands on my hips and pulls me closer. Sir, let go of me, I snap. He leans down and brushes a stray piece of hair from my forehead. His breath tickles my ear. Have you not missed me, pazza? He whispers. This isn't the welcoming I was expecting. My heart stops. Andria. My eyes instantly go to his and I gasp. Those grey eyes are his, the ones I've missed so much. Andria, I gasp. I hug him and he stops me. Let's go where we're not going to be watched, he says. He nods and we go down one of the corridors of the ballroom, leading to the bathrooms. When we're sure we're alone, Andria removes his mask and I remove mine. I hug him and he hugs me back tighter. I feel tears fall down my cheeks and I cling onto him. His familiar scent hits me and I relax into him. Mi sei mancata così tanto mia pazza ragazza, he says before putting his lips on mine. Translation, I've missed you so much, my crazy girl. I kiss him back softly and he puts his hands on my waist, pulling me in even more. How is this even possible? I mutter, resting my forehead on his. It's a long story, he replies, cupping my face. We let go of each other and I look at him. Really look at him. Please promise you're not one of my nightmares, I cry. Please tell me that you're not going to disappear. I promise, Dilia, I'm real and never leaving your side again. He replies, wiping my eyes. You pendejo? I whisper, shout. Andria looks at me confused. I cried over your dead body. I say, poking his chest. No note, no text, no sign of your survival. I poke his chest again and he grabs my hand. I hit his head with my other hand. I'm sorry I couldn't risk it, he says. I roll my eyes. If that wasn't your body, then who was it? I ask. Again, long story. He replies. Wait until everyone sees you, I say, hugging him again. Dilia, maybe you should go back to your mission. He laughs. Oh yeah, I reply, putting my mask back on. How did you know it was me? You don't think I would remember the dress I picked out? He laughs. You look so beautiful. I know, I reply. You owe me a big explanation. I look down at the USB in my hand. Is it okay if I check what's in here? I ask. Victoria will murder you. He says. I couldn't care less, I reply. Do you know if there are any computers here? Andria nods and leads me down a couple corridors and we enter a room with some computers in it. I'll stand watch and you do what you need to, he says. Thank you, I reply. I still can't process the fact that he's alive. He's been dead for at least 6 weeks now and he suddenly shows up. I stick the USB in the computer and at first nothing comes up until a single sentence and a couple numbers are on the screen. Never trust a survivor until you know what they did to stay alive. DD. What is that supposed to mean? They couldn't possibly be talking about Andria. Could they? And those initials are here again. Underneath the initials are a string of numbers. A phone number. I grab a piece of paper and a pen and write it down, putting the paper in my bra for safekeeping. I look at the USB and see a rose engraved in it. But that's the least of our problems. There was never a USB to retrieve. This was all a trap. Shit. They know we're here. I hear a car engine start from outside the window. I run to it and see Cristianto and Zane getting into a car. Cristianto looks up at the window and winks at me. I run out of the room. What happened? Andria asks. This is a trap. There was never a USB to collect. I reply. We need to warn everyone and get out of here. Guys, get out of here now, I say into the earpiece. What's going on? Alora asks. This is a trap. The Ravens know we're here. I explain. Get out! I'm interrupted by a loud sound and Andria pushing me to the floor. My ears are ringing and I look around at the place. The ballroom is just pieces of the ceiling falling apart now. They planted a bomb. I was right. I try to push myself up, but my entire body aches. My mask has slicked off and is on the floor. I look around for Andria and he grabs me and helps me up. There are so many dead bodies everywhere. All these people gone, just like that. Are you ok? He asks. Yeah, I reply. I'm fine, but where are the others? I don't know, he says. I look down on myself and see that my entire dress is ruined. The detachable part is completely shredded. This dress was expensive, I mutter. You weren't supposed to pay for it. Andria says. Well, I did, along with the one I wore before, I reply. Andria glares at me. He's probably going to be mad about this. I might have bruised his ego a little bit. How much was it? He asks. 25,000? I reply, sighing. Pazza, I thought you said it was expensive. He rolls his eyes. He removes his wallet and hands me a black card. It's unlimited. Spend how much you like. He smirks. Before I can say anything, I hear my name being called. Dilia, a voice yells. I turn around and see Xuan. I run to him and he hugs me. I'm so glad you're ok, he says. Same goes for you. I reply. He looks behind me and his face pales. He lets go of me and I know he's just seen Andria. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? He asks in disbelief. Yeah, I reply. It's him. Andria walks over to us and gives Xuan a nod. Where are the others? I ask. They're waiting outside. We're going to the safe house soon. Xuan replies. Chapter 87. Xuan, Andria and I drove to the safe house in a separate car to everyone else. We see that everyone's already inside and the bodyguards let us in. We rush to the living room and everyone's sitting there discussing. Everyone turns to us and the jaws drop. Surprise, I'm back from the dead, Andria smirks. You're supposed to be dead, Terzo says, standing up. Yeah, well, it didn't stick, Andria replies. Terzo comes and hugs Andria tightly, patting his back. It's good to have you back, Alessandro says, walking up to him. I can speak for everyone when I say we've missed you. Alora says, how the fuck are you alive? Lorenzo asks, laughing in disbelief. I'm still processing it, I say. Andria, you are an asshole, Amira says. We were so stressed out. How about we all get some rest and then Andria can explain it to us later, Vittoria said. Andria and Vittoria give each other a look. We all nod and make our way upstairs. Xuan leads me to my room. Just shout me if you need anything, he says. Thank you, I reply. I take off my ruined dress and Maurice's hard work goes to waste. I fill up the bathtub with warm water and as I wait, I start taking off my jewellery and makeup. I decide to relax in the bath for a while. He's back. Andria's back. I smile to myself. But one thing keeps on creeping back into my mind. Never trust a survivor until you know what they did to stay alive. DDI. Look through the wardrobe and find a nice pair of silk pajamas. I put them on and notice that Andria still hasn't come up. I let my hair hand loose and I get into bed. I'm exhausted and feel myself dozing off when the bed sinks behind me and two warm hands wrap around my waist. Hey pazza, he mumbles, putting his face in my neck. Hey pendejo, I reply, turning around to face him. He chuckles lightly. I wrap my arms around him and lean my head on his chest. I can hear his heart beating. I still can't believe you're here, I mumble. I told you, brick by brick, he replies. He softly rubs my back. What did you do to your hair? He asks. It got a little messed up when I fought for my life. I reply. I actually like it short like this. So do I, he replies. Andria puts his chin on my head and kisses my forehead. Andria, I mumble. Yeah, pazza? He says. Did you ever think about me? I ask. Yes, he immediately replies. Every second of every day, there wasn't a moment that passed where you weren't on my mind. I would be fighting for my life while thinking about coming home to you, or what you're doing or feeling. I thought of you so much that it drove me insane. But not only that, it also motivated me to stay alive, just so I could smell your scent and see your beautiful face. He holds my face and makes me look at him. God, I've missed you so much, he says before pressing his lips onto mine. He kisses me passionately and I return it. His hands go up my shirt and grabs onto my waist. He flicks me so I'm underneath him and kisses my neck, making me gasp. We both look at each other lustfully, breathing heavily, and he grabs both my hands and pins them above me with one of his. He starts kissing my jaw, going down my neck and to my collarbone. He stops when there's a knock on the door. Sorry, he sighs. It's fine, I reply. He gets out of bed and opens the door. Sorry to interrupt, but Vittoria needs you, sir, a bodyguard says. I'll be down in a minute, he replies. He closes the door and turns to look at me. I'll be back soon, he says. Don't worry, I'm not going to go anywhere, I laugh. He smiles at me and leaves the room. Andria's POV, so how are you alive? Vittoria asks. I take a deep breath. When Dilia and I split up, I got knocked out. I explain. I then woke up in a truck. With my arms tied, there was a single guard with me, and I heard that we stopped at a gas station. I managed to knock out the guard and leave the truck. Vittoria just watches me, staying silent. I knew I couldn't come home since they were going to look for me. Whose body was that? She asks. A man who owns the gas station? I reply, looking down. An innocent? She asks. I nod. Caso, she mutters. Translation, fuck ye. Had the same eyes as me and the same build. I explain, I only had to dye his hair black. What about his family? Vittoria asks. I had no choice, I say. That doesn't justify murdering an innocent man, she replies. I stay silent. What else did you do? She asks. I killed innocent people and tortured them for supplies. I explain. People pissed me off, so I burnt down their houses. She stares at me in disbelief. When you called me, you said that you needed my help. Vittoria says. What happened? They only let me go because I made a promise. I reply. A promise that I would stay away from Dilia. Vittoria narrows her eyes. When we return to California tomorrow, we will discuss it with the Ravens, she says. A normal, civilized conversation, if you want. I nod. Mum, I nearly died because of her, I mumble. I love her so much, but I'm going to be putting her and the rest of the Mafia at risk. That's not a risk the heir of a Mafia should take, she says. You're doing the right thing, my son. Everything's going to change the moment we step foot in California again. I trust that Vittoria knows what she's doing. She's my mum and I trust her. Chapter 88. Dilia's POV. We landed in California a couple hours ago. All of us are jet-lagged and just want to go to bed. We walk into the house and many bodyguards bring in our suitcases. Before the flight, they went to collect them from the hotel. Andria hasn't spoken to me during the flight because he's just been with Vittoria. I don't like the look she's been giving me. I'm going to pick up Mimi, Alessandro says. I'll go with you, I say. Andria doesn't even look at me before I leave. Alessandro drives us to Mimi's aunt's house, which is like an hour away. We finally get there and I knock on the door. Dilia, her aunt says. Hey, Aunt Jennifer, I say, smiling before she pulls me into a tight hug. Who's this? She asks, looking at Alessandro. Mimi's boyfriend, I reply. Come in, Mimi's just upstairs, she says. We walk in and she calls Mimi to come down. Dynamite runs to my feet and I pick him up. He barks and licks my face. Hey boy, I say. I missed you. He licks my face even more. Dilia, Mimi exclaims. Mimi, I reply. She runs and hugs me. I've missed you, she says. Same, I reply. What about me? Alessandro asks. Please, let Dilia have her moment. Mimi rolls her eyes. Aunt Jennifer laughs. Did I miss anything? She asks. Yeah, I reply. Andria's back from the dead. You're joking, she laughs dryly. I shake my head. What the fuck, she mutters. Yeah, let's just get back home and everything will be explained. I reply. We thank Aunt Jennifer and leave. Alessandro drives us back to the mansion. We walk into the living room where everyone's sitting and Mimi's face drops. Fucking hell, you're really alive, she says. How? It's a long story, he replies. That's the only answer he gives us. Never trust a survivor until you know what they did to stay alive. Didi, I need to call that number I found. You conned me into thinking you were dead for at least 7 weeks, I reply. I have time. Andria finally looks up at me and smirks, shaking his head. His phone rings and he instantly walks out and answers it. Everyone's silent. I'm gonna go check up on him, I say. I leave and go to the back garden where Andria has just gotten off the phone. Andria, I ask, are you ok? He ignores me and puts his phone in his pocket. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to fix up and talk to me. I snap. He slowly turns around and finally looks me in the eyes. I'm glad to see that you've been fine without me, he says tonelessly. Excuse me? I ask. Xuan? He replies. I see how he looks at you. Everyone does. And Vittoria told me what happened when I was gone. You were dead. I yell. He was comforting me when no one else knew how to. Kai, Carlos, and Aiden, what about them? He snaps. Again comforting me because you were dead. I snap. Oh, it seems like you needed to be comforted by many guys. He laughs dryly. And what you believe, Vittoria? I ask. You know the woman doesn't like me. He glares at me. Your so-called mother isn't a very good one, I reply. You should have heard what she said when you weren't there. Don't speak about her like that. Andria snarls. You don't know how many times I backed your name. I reply. We all know you made out with Raphael at the park. He snaps. I take a deep breath. She's my mother and only wants the best for me. Andria replies. That's not true. I snap. And how would you know? He asks. Your mother never loved you. You have no family. That comment is like a blow to the face. You're supposed to be my family. Take that back, I mutter. Andria stays silent. I feel tears start to form and I wipe my eyes. Dilia, I'm sorry, he says, walking forward. Fuck you, Giovanni, I snap. This is all bullshit. I take 2 steps backwards. Maybe we should stay away from each other for a while, he says. Yeah, I reply. I put my head down. Andria walks past me and stops for a moment. He doesn't say anything and walks away, leaving me in the garden alone. I take off his fleece that I was wearing and throw it into the pool. The water soaks it up. I'm left in a sports bra and low-waisted sweatpants. The night air sends chills through my body, and I slump to the floor and start crying. Esto es una mierda. Todo esto fue solo una mierda, I mutter. Translation, this is bullshit. This was all just bullshit. How could he say that and not even feel an ounce of remorse? I feel in my pocket and pull out my phone and paper. I dial the number and it rings a couple times before someone answers. It's a recording. If you're calling this number, you're Dilia, and have realised that not everything is what it seems and want more answers. The recording says, if so, I'm sure you would love to discover how someone survived. Press 1 to continue. I press 1 and the phone beeps before moving on. Hello, how can I help? A voice asks. Is Dilia, I reply. I want to know everything. Perfect, someone will contact you shortly. They say before ending the phone call. I need answers and I need them now. Dilia, are you alright? Zoya asks from behind me. I wipe my eyes and stand up. I turn around to her and smile. I'm fine, just tired, so I'm gonna head to bed now, I reply. Alright, sweet dreams, she says. Thank you, I reply. Chapter 89. Andria's POV. We need to do something now, I say. They called me last night. What did they say? Victoria asks. We're watching you, Andria. Time's ticking. I reply. Okay, we need to go speak to them today, she says. Let's go now. We walk out of the meeting room and I bump into an angry-looking Mimi. A worried Alessandro running after her. Tu pendejo. She snaps before punching my face. Translation, you asshole. Calm down, Mimi, Alessandro says, pulling her off me. What's your problem? I snap. You have no family? She snarls. Are you fucking kidding me? She goes to hit me again, but Alessandro drags her away and I can still hear her muttering curse words in Spanish. Let's not waste any more time, Vittoria says. We leave the house and get into her Lamborghini. She drives us to the Raven's base. How does she even know her way here? I don't question it and get out of the car, when we're followed by 3 of our own bodyguards. We walk in and everyone is staring. Not at Vittoria, but at me. A woman with red hair, cut short and brown eyes stands before us. What do you want? She asks, looking straight at me. We want to talk to your leader. Vittoria replies. The woman speaks into the microphone and the man who tortured me comes out not long later. Cristianto, Vittoria says. Vittoria, he replies. It's nice of him to send you, but we need to talk to the real leader. She snaps. Real leader? You know I can't do that. He responds. It's about Dilia, I say. He looks at me for a moment before nodding. He leads us to an elevator and we go to the 4th floor. We walk down a corridor and then Cristianto knocks on the door. Come in, a deep voice says. We walk into this dark room. It reeks of cigar smoke. The man's face is hidden, the curtains are drawn, and his body is illuminated. It's nice to finally meet you, Andria Giovanni. The man's voice booms throughout the entire room. I've heard a lot about how you escaped. Very smart. He says, you certainly gave my workers a lot of grief. Who are you? I ask. The man lets out a cloud of smoke. Sit down, please, he says, gesturing to the leather chairs opposite his desk. We wearily sit down. You didn't answer his question, Vittoria replies. I see, but cannot be seen, he replies. I hear, but cannot be heard, and I watch, but cannot be watched. That doesn't mean anything. Enough with the theatrics, Vittoria snaps. You know why we're here. I hear the chair make a groaning noise, and this man's hand grabs another cigar and lights it, all while keeping his face hidden. Andria has made a deal with us, which he is yet to fulfill. The man says. I've done my bit, I say. Don't lie, he snaps. We're always watching. What exactly was this promise? Vittoria asks. Playing dumb doesn't suit you, Vittoria dear, he replies, leaning back. Your son has promised to stay away from Dilia, and I have, I reply. Don't lie, he yells, slamming his hand down on the table. At this very moment, I have 5 men with explosives waiting for my word, and they'll blow up your house with everyone in it. So many innocent lives gone because of your selfishness. Everyone's silent for a moment. You need to get Dilia out of your mind and your heart, he says. You need to erase any memory of her from your life. Done, Vittoria replies, looking at me. A woman is always a man's weakness. Don't let this normal girl be the downfall of your mafia. He says. Done, I reply. I won't risk losing my mafia because of my selfish desire. Good, he replies. Now that this is settled, there's someone I would like you to meet. Dilia's POV. Dilia, when's your birthday? Terzo asks. Him, Amira and Alora have been trying to cheer me up for the past 2 hours. They've also been convincing me not to leave. I dig at my cookie dough ice cream and look up at them. June 21st, I reply. That's in a couple days. Alora exclaims. Yep, I say. Do you have anything planned? Terzo asks. Nope, I say. My phone rings and I see my mum calling me. I'm not in the mood for her taunting. I decline the call. Not long later, she calls again and I answer it. Hey mum, I say, putting her on speaker and placing my phone on my lap while I eat more ice cream. Dilia, I'm in California just for you. I want to see you, she says. Why, mum? I ask. I chew on a big piece of cookie dough. I have a surprise for you, she replies, before ending the call. I sigh and eat more ice cream. Mimi walks in holding 2 of her suitcases. Where are you going now? Terzo asks. Dilia is leaving and so am I, she replies, crossing her arms. Wherever she goes, I go. I'm not going to be able to talk you out of it, am I? I ask. Nope, I've decided, and Alessandro's agreed to it too. Mimi replies. Great, we're losing 2 of our friends in the same day. Alora sighs. Blame Andria, Mimi snaps. Look, I'm not saying that what Andria did was right, but please don't leave us. Amira says. I'm sorry, but my mind is made up, I reply. I look down at my ice cream and see that I've finished it, so I place it on the table. Mimi, I'm ready to go, I say, getting up. I hug Alora and she squeezes me tightly. I'm gonna visit you every day, she says. You're more than welcome, I reply. I hug Amira and Terzo and then leave the living room. Are you leaving already? Alessandro asks. Yeah, I reply. I don't really want to be here when Andria and Vittoria return. Alessandro hugs me. Now I won't have anyone to throw into the pool. He sighs dramatically. Oh, shut up, I say, shoving him. Mimi gives him a kiss and they hug for a long time. I walk over to Xuan and he smiles at me softly. If you need anything, you call me, he says. I will, don't worry. I smile up at him and he hugs me. We hear the front door open and my heart drops. Andria's home. Chapter 90. We hear the front door open and my heart drops. Andria's home. He walks in followed by Vittoria and another girl. She has thick, long brown hair, siren-like green eyes and a lip piercing. I turn to look at him and Xuan lets go of me. He looks at the suitcases at the door and back to me. Where are you going? He asks. None of your business. Mimi snaps. Don't speak to me like that or, he snarls. Be careful how you word the rest of that sentence, Andria. Alessandro says, Mimi and I are leaving. I say, grabbing my suitcases. Have a safe journey, Vittoria says, walking past us. Who's that? Xuan asks, signaling to the girl. I'm Fuzia, she says, sticking out her hand. I'm from Egypt. She smiles. Nobody responds. She's a friend. Andria replies, and a new recruit. Vittoria says. Terzo and Alora look at her suspiciously. I leave the house, but Andria grabs my arm and stops me. I turn to him and he says nothing. I wish you really died, I mutter. It hurt a lot less knowing you were never going to come back. He looks shocked and a little hurt. I look at the girl who gives me a stiff smile, which I return. I snatch my arm away from him and walk out of the house, followed by Mimi, Xuan and Alessandro, help us bring our luggage and put them in my white Lamborghini. Take care, Xuan says. I get into the driver's seat, Mimi gets in next to me, and I drive us back to our old house. We unlock the door and load our luggages back in. The house is dusty and dirty, so we have to start cleaning it. Mimi and I take our luggages back to our own rooms. It takes me a while to unpack and put everything back where it's supposed to be. When I'm done, I find Mimi connecting her phone to the speaker downstairs. Let's play some music while we clean, she says. Save Your Tears by The Weeknd starts playing. I take the job of hoovering the living room and do a pretty good job. Unlike the Giovannis, we don't have maids to clean and wash our clothes. My phone rings and I look down at it. Mum. Hello, I say, answering. Dilia, I'm waiting for you at Bellissime, come there now, she says. Out of every restaurant, she chooses that one. Just my luck. I'll be there in 20, I reply. I end the call and stop hoovering. Mimi, my mum needs me. I'm gonna go meet her. I yell as I walk up the stairs. Okay, have fun, she replies. I grab a tight nude dress with a slit in the skirt and a pair of clear block heels, knowing my mum she's go crazy if I don't show up looking nice. After all, she is the Audrey Caesar. I straighten my hair, which is easy since it's still short. I quickly do my makeup, grab my keys, purse and phone, and say bye to Mimi. I get in my car and drive to Bellissimo. I neatly park my car and walk in. I find my mum wearing a velvet red dress and sitting at the table in the corner. She beckons me towards her. Dilia, I nearly didn't recognize you without all the hoodies and tracksuits. She laughs. I smile stiffly and sit down.